By clicking on this video, I already know you have a lot of game backlogs or are curious about what are game backlogs. Well, get on board. Hello everyone, this is Chase Pizza and welcome to my oven. I am a game designer by profession. I am also a video games nerd and I want to make video games a more popular form of entertainment. Now getting back to the topic, what is a video game backlog? Well, in simple words, it's the games you have in library but not have played or finished it in a long time. Video game backlogs have mostly single player games in them, but there might be some exceptions. Now there are lots of beliefs for calling a game backlog. Some people call it a backlog when they haven't did a 100% completion run on it or not have got all the achievements. Some people call it a backlog when they have played it but not finished it. Some people call it a backlog when they have purchased it and not even downloaded the game. That's me. My case is similar to this. Steam has sales and discounts on regular basis. And well, I had to admit, but Steam purchase is like an addicting thing. I'm sure many of you relate to this. Thus, I kept buying the games, having well known that I don't have time to play them at all. Why do we tend to get things and don't play them? Well, the primary reason behind it is lack of time. Sometimes people just return from their work to chill, watch some shows and sleep just to resume another day of work. Sometimes players leave the game midway just to never return there again. When you leave a game midway, there might be many reasons behind it. Sometimes the game is just too hard. Sometimes you lost track of story and it's not interesting anymore. Or maybe the game is not good at all. Or you're a multiplayer gaming fan. When you start a new story game, you get called to hop on by your friends on Valorant, Counter-Strike, Apex Legends, Fortnite and whatnot. And you just stop doing what you started and continue to play multiplayer games. That is also totally fair. Because games are more fun when played with friends. And every multiplayer match is very different than the previous. Thus removing the repetition in games, which single player games might have a hard time to do. When I was doing my research on why I didn't play some of the games in my list, I found out that I had time to play them, but instead, I started my third playthrough to Witcher 3 or kept playing Valorant. Then I gave another thought of why did I buy the game? What was the particular reason to buy the games? There were many answers. Sometimes the game had great reviews, it was recommended by my friends, or it was on sale, mostly on sale. And then when known these answers, I had the motivation to actually at least try and play all of them. But is having backlogs a problem? I mean directly thinking, not using anything that you paid is a problem, but let's ignore the fact for now. Let's say you started playing a game and you didn't like it, but you still finished the game, probably leaving a bad taste in your mouth. But on the other hand, someone else didn't complete the game, but liked it a lot and had their share of fun. On first case, they finished the game but left unhappy. And on the second case, player is happy and content even though they haven't really finished the game and rolled the credits. So having backlogs might also be a good thing. Having backlogs might also be discomforting to some player personas like the achievers. Achievers are a type of players that play the games for rewards such as title, a plaque, a rank, an achievement or something similar to that. Their definition of completing the game might mean rolling the credits or even doing a 100% run. While on the other hand, explorers think otherwise. Explorer is a player persona where players are in the game to learn more about the game world, know more about the lore, just want to explore the open world. So all in all, having backlog can be good or bad depending on what kind of player you are. What if the game is good and you are just lacking off? There are some very simple solutions that work for me. Sometimes a game's learning curve is so complex, it throws off many players. To tackle that, just do some research before starting any complex game. In my case, I watched many YouTube videos before playing Civilization 6. It's a turn-based board-like strategy game with very complex mechanics and can throw players off very easily. I did the same before starting Baldur's Gate 3 or even Elden Ring. Another option is find the game's community and start interacting there. This introduces a social aspect and makes you more willing to play the game. There are many more options, but in the end, it's just a video game. If it feels fun, you play it. If it doesn't feel fun, it's alright to keep it there. Modern gaming has changed a lot. Before this, gaming used to be a lot different. Game design has developed a lot in these years, both in a good and bad way. Let's keep that as a topic for another time. The reason behind us not feeling like old times when playing video games are clear. Before this, we had lots of time to play, even though it meant playing just a single game for many years. Old times where booting up your consoles to play for Contra, Super Mario were exciting. Now, games have gotten better and more frequent. Almost every month, a great game releases, and suddenly everyone is talking about it. And sometimes in the next one, the game suddenly dies or is not popular anymore, and the community moves on. Coming to our original point, I have decided to do something about the backlogs of mine. So I have gone ahead and made a list of every game I had in my library that has been considered as a backlog. That included every game I have played but not finished. Then I fetched their Metacritic score and average playtime required to play them or finish them. Then I observed that the content was way too big. I didn't want to waste my time exploring all the big and small games that I had in my library. So I only chose with games with Metacritic score 70 and up and got my final list of games. It was 1500 plus hours of content to clear. It was a lot to do, but I am determined. So I made a plan to finish all of them over the span of a year. I will play them all live here on my channel and hopefully will make a synopsis video of them at the end after finishing them. I will also be noting down if I rolled the credits for the game, and if yes, then why did I roll the credits? Why did I feel to be finishing the game? I will also be noting down how fun it was and why and more. This is gonna be a study tour for all the games. I will be releasing a weekly schedule of games I will be playing currently. Hopefully I will be going live every day of the week. That being said, join me on this fun adventure of exploring some good and some bad games. Let's see if having backlogs is good or a bad thing.